Real quick, if you guys want to get your hands on one of these MST Negate hoodies to show off your scrubbiness, or you want to get your hands on designs of the like, go ahead and check out Geek Garments. They hit me up. They're like, yo, you want to take some free stuff and wear it? And I was like, why not? I'll leave links in the description for you guys to go give them a look. But that being said, let's get into it. What's up, my Nimrods? Gage coming back at you guys again with another dose of that fresh, never frozen Yu-Gi-Oh content. I am 1,000,000,000% thankful that you guys would spend just a couple of minutes with me here today to talk about a children's card game we both mutually enjoy so fucking much. Today, we are adding on to one of my favorite series. That series is none other than Overhyped History. This is a series where I like to take a trip back into the time machine, talk about cards that were, for some odd goddamn reason, just hyped beyond belief, and then they flopped. We've talked about a lot of cards in the past. We talked about cards like Master Blades at the beginning of the series, which was just a card that had unreal expectations for the format that it was in. We also talked about Spell Chronicle, which was a card that was hyped up for really no particular reason. Nobody could explain it. But something we really haven't talked about is cards that were hyped up falsely. Spell Chronicle kind of falls under that category of cards that were hyped up falsely, but the thing about Spell Chronicle is there was just no reason the card was hyped up. There was no way to justify the card being good or that price in any sense. But what about cards that were rumored to be good? We saw it a lot more often back in the day where we would get ban list leaks where since we were tied with the OCG for our Forbidden and Limited lists, if the OCG ever got a leak for their ban list coming up, we would justify that our list would be pretty much the same and then pick up cards according to that rumor. However, these leaks were incredibly common, and a lot of times they were genuinely very incorrect. If you look back into old YouTube, you will see a lot of rumored, forbidden, and limited list videos flying around. We just don't see that in today's day. Really, we're just plagued with a whole bunch of people giving opinions of what they would like to see on the forbidden and limited list coming up, whenever that may be, which we really have genuinely no idea when we'll ever get a forbidden and limited list. But back in the day, rumors and leaks ruled all. If you had information from somebody credible, you could be sitting on a gold mine if you played your cards right. Say for instance, somebody you know says they have the inside scoop on the forbidden and limited list, you might be more inclined to pick up those cards on the low because you didn't really know. They could be right, they couldn't be right. Are they an OCG source? Do they have any credentials? Most of the time it didn't matter actually. So a lot of odd things would happen in the game. A lot of people's expectations would get crushed for Forbidden and Limited lists if the leak or the false ban list actually ended up being pretty good and it didn't follow suit for the Forbidden and Limited list. People just got a little bit upset. Really, the picture I'm trying to paint for you guys is we wanted to know everything back in the day, and whether or not it was true didn't matter. If we knew something, it was big news. And that actually kind of transitions into what I want to talk about today, and that's that we had very, very big widespread rumors about what Master Rule 4 was before we had any idea what Link Monsters was. After Pendulum Monsters had been dominating the game for a couple years, people wanted to know what's next. What are we looking for? What's going to be the new mechanic? Nobody had a clue. Anime wasn't giving us any hints at the time. The OCG wasn't releasing anything based on the new mechanic. We were just stuck thinking and speculating what the new mechanic was going to be like. And actually, with the new mechanic, people thought Master Rule 4 was going to change a lot more than it did. The introduction of links and also the reallocation of the pendulum zones is a big deal, don't get me wrong, but people had other ideas of what Master Rule 4 was going to include, and one of which was actually that the life point count was going to get raised to 12,000. The other rumor alongside that was the first turn player wasn't going to be able to pendulum summon. That didn't really surface, and also the life point thing didn't really surface, but we're going to be focusing more on the life point rumor and how that really applies to our overhyped card of the day, which actually is Ancient Leaf. Ancient Leaf is a short print common from Ancient Prophecy way back in the day, which reads, if you have 9,000 life points or more, you can pay 2,000 life points to draw 2 cards. So obviously, if we think critically about these rumors that I gave you guys, Ancient Leaf becomes a pretty fucking incredible card, actually being more of a Pot of Greed for the time on. Imagine Pot of Greed at 3. That's essentially what Ancient Leaf was going to fulfill. We could play up to 2 Ancient Leafs, and it's not a once per turn effect because we have 12,000 life points. 2,000 brings us down to 10,000. Another 2,000 brings us back to our initial life point count of 8,000. And what, we drew 4 cards out of the deal? The thought of it was fucking crazy, and people went nuts. Ancient Leaf was bought out, went all the way up to around $10 as people really believed this rumor was gospel and that the life point count was bound to change. The thing about these rumors though that people quickly came to realize was that a genuine nobody had tweeted about these. This rumor was extremely widespread from a source that has no credentials, just some dude saying shit. I'll have the tweets right here. You probably can't understand any of it, but what you have to know about these tweets is that it outlined the information that I said before about the first turn player not being able to pendulum summon, and also the life point count going to 12,000 with Master Rule 4. And also, like I said, he's a genuine nobody. This guy just decided one day he was gonna tweet out some shit and see if it sticks, and it circulated around the community, that's for sure. On the surface, a change to life point counts really didn't seem like a major deal. It actually seemed like more of a really good idea in the sense where, okay, games might last a tad bit longer now that the fact that we have 12,000 life points to work with. OTKs, FTKs might just be a tad bit more difficult to pull off. A lot of people were actually kind of looking forward to it, thinking it would be kind of cool to implement. I wasn't personally too excited about the rumors when they were leaked because I think with the raise in the life point count in the game, it also makes cards like Solemn Strike, Solemn Warning more unfairly costed because 2,000 life points out of your 12,000 life points is just definitely not as significant as 2,000 life points from your 8,000 life points. I think life points is a very delicate thing to toy with, and it makes cards that maybe normally wouldn't be great just absolutely fucking phenomenal. Like you want to play Life Equalizer, that's actually probably a pretty decent card if you're playing 12,000 life points. And I guess it also goes to show how delicate it is because it makes cards like Ancient Leaf, a card that's normally absolutely terrible outside of maybe Arrow Mages if you want to play that shit. A card that's just genuinely terrible overall. It makes it a staple in the format. Drawing 2 cards, Pot of Greed in a format where, okay, life points still don't matter, I'll take it. These rumors stuck around for a tad bit, but actually not too long after these rumors had dropped did we actually get the first peek at what Link monsters were gonna be. It was a call-in mechanic, and I almost shit my pants. Perhaps this guy was kinda onto something with the changes to the pendulum zones, but as for the life point thing, that kind of just missed the mark. It's a lesson that still a lot of people haven't come to learn, but don't always buy into rumors, don't always buy into the hype. That's something that a lot of people have to come to learn, and hopefully maybe this series will teach you guys that. Now Ancient Leafs are like 50 cents again, so if you really genuinely think the life point count's gonna change in the game, go ahead and pick them up. You're not losing too much. Or if you want to play Arrow Mages, you could pick this shit up too. Not too bad. Let me know what you guys think of Ancient Leaf. Will it ever be a card that'll be absolutely amazing, or do you think it'll only be good when the life point count changes, and only at that point?
That's all, folks.
If you guys liked the video, be sure to like the video, thumbs up the video, and express that you enjoyed the video. If you did like the video, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I'm uploading regularly. Feels pretty damn good. That being said, be sure to like, comment, definitely subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Nim signing out. Okay, update from last video. Back to Moki. Remember how we kept it on the low that we were gonna get Moki to reach all new highs? We're not doing good enough. Guys, we got to focus all of our purchasing power on buying Moki's Ancient Sanctuary copies, Turbo Pack copies, fuck it, buy even the support. Moki Smackdown, Moki King. We're buying this stuff out. I don't know if I didn't make myself clear last time, but we're all going to make a whole bunch of money if you all work with me. Moki is that Moki money. So if we want to make that Moki money, we gotta get with the program. So I'm gonna reiterate what we gotta do again, because I apparently haven't made myself clear from the last video. So what we're doing is we're doing a pump and dump, perfectly legal, like I said before. All we gotta do, TCG player, we're gonna buy all the Mokis out, make people believe that, oh, something's up with Moki, where it's gonna be Moki broken. So people are gonna buy out these Mokis, price is gonna go up, people are gonna start to buy from there. When Moki hits $5 for the Ancient Sanctuary copy, we'll sell out of our Mokis. That's the price point we're gonna aim for. I promise you, we'll make a whole bunch of money off this strategy. If you don't catch the gist, if you don't understand the whole point of a pump and dump, please do watch last Overhyped history, where we talked about Spell Chronicle and pump and dumps and just how successful this will be. Hope I made myself clear. Let's do it. We got a week from now. I believe in you guys.